Hey Tony, it's Thursday, and first I have to answer your question of the week. The week was pretty much going okay until today. Unfortunately, one of Jay's mom's guinea pigs passed away this morning, so that kind of put a bit of a damper on the week as a whole. But I mean, I guess in the same regard, I have a 3 day weekend, which will be good because we'll be over at Jay's parents' house for 2 of the 3 days this long weekend. So I think that'll be nice for. I think Martina will appreciate that. So what I want to talk about this week, Tony, is music, pretty much. As you can see, it's my last video before Christmas, so I'm in my ugly Star Wars Christmas sweater. I had a pretty good feeling the office was going to be closed tomorrow, so I decided to wear um I decided to wear. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because Dad sent me a message. I decided to wear my ugly sweater today. So it was fun. I got a good laugh out of my supervisor Meredith, and a couple other people in the office got a good kick out of it as well. Though it's been kind of lonely in that office the past couple of days because it's basically only been me. So two of our attorneys have been out for a couple of days because they were going on vacations, and my supervisor is in and out all the time. So I was just kind of chilling out in the office all week, which is why I'm going to talk about music this week because I listen to a lot of it. So normally, like if I'm in the office and I feel like listening to music, I usually put in my headphones just because I don't want to bother anybody else. If there was nobody else in the office, why bother? So I actually started to listen to kind of a collection of things to kind of extend my already eclectic music tastes. So sorry, just choked on some spit.
Don't do that.
It's not a great look in the video. But what I want to talk about on music is how tastes can shift in the span of a week. And you know how I feel like it's always good to have an eclectic taste of music because you never know what you might be in the mood for. So this past week alone, I've listened to some 60s and 70s music because I mean, hey, classic rock is always a good pick. I've listened to some punk rock, listened to some Christmas music, listened to NSYNC Christmas today, which
Why?
because it's Christmas.
That's not Christmas. That's in sync.
It was NSYNC Christmas. It works. Um, Listened to definitely some like soundtracks and things, and then kind of jumped into a genre of music I don't really listen much to, and
Disco.
it wasn't disco.
Damn.
It was neo soul. When I say neo soul, I meant like it's like R&B music, R&B soul music that's been released basically in the past 10 years or so. And the reason why is actually kind of a funny one. So I know you've never played Red Dead Redemption, Tony, or Red Dead Redemption 2, but one of the best songs in the game, like one of the best sequences in a video game I've played in recent memory, was when you're doing the last mission of Arthur Morgan's story in Red Dead Redemption 2. And there's this beautiful song that's playing you're kind of as there's a number of like voiceovers from like decisions that Arthur had made in his past that all led up to this point. And the music is called Unshaken. It's by an artist named D'Angelo, who is considered to be like one of the pioneers of the neo soul movement. And I started listening to that song yesterday because it just popped in my brain because I was like, oh, I haven't played Red Dead in a long time, and I really like that song. So I wanted to go pull it up to listen to it, and it was great. It was still an excellent song, but it opened my eyes to a whole new genre because I popped on Spotify and popped on this guy's radio station where it plays a little bit of him and a lot of other people who are like him, and it was honestly fantastic. I don't usually listen to R&B. I tend to be a little more of a rock person, but yesterday the mood I was in was perfect for that soul music. It made my drive home almost enjoyable, which is hard coming from Hartford. But it kind of got me thinking of like, you know what? There are so many genres of music out there that I've only scratched the surface of. Now, I've always had a fairly eclectic taste in music. I mean, ranging from when we were kids to today, because there's so much out there that all tells a different story. And when it comes to music, that's my favorite part about it is how every song tells a story. And it was kind of, I really liked listening to these songs from a story that I don't know because I grew up and have always been a white suburban middle class male. And so you listen to all of these other stories of people who didn't have that same upbringing, and you just listen and you learn. And I think music is a great medium for that, because not only can you always tell like the emotion and the story you in the lyrics, but also by the music itself. If someone's having like a real somber song, the music is like that. Now, certainly there's sometimes when like, a song sounds super, super chipper and happy until you read the lyrics and you're like, oh.
There are no cats in America.
And the streets are made of cheese.
That's a very, very dark song.
Oh, it's a very dark
the
song.
lyrics.
If you're a little young for this, Tony, but if you get the chance, watch An American Tail. It's really good. But no, like, you have other songs that like, sound super cheery and you're like, oh, no, you're not. And I think that's kind of beautiful about it, because like the more you listen to something, the more the music changes, the more you start to hear a different story. I mean, one thing I always think of was Jim Dotson, may he rest in peace. When for some reason we were listening to Nickelback. I can't tell you why we were listening to Nickelback, but we were listening to Nickelback. And I remember Jim sitting there just talking to us about how he loved this because every song told a story. And I think that's true. And I think it's worth it to listen to more stories.
Hi, Tony.
Jay and Taylor say hi. But it's worth it to listen to more stories, because every story told is something you can learn. So Tony, my question for you is, what is a different genre of music that you've listened to lately? Tony, I'll talk to you in a few minutes, but I'll see you on Tuesday. Later, bro.